Is an article that came out October 6, 2017. Opioid Crisis Prevention Court is a new kind of drug court program looking to stop people from dying. So, ladies and gentlemen, they didn't have this during the crack epidemic. They only had criminal court. You went to court, you went to jail, period. Now they have come up with all these new kinds of courts. Now they have like a separate drug court for these addicts. So in exchange for going for treatment, they don't have to go to jail. And in many cases, if they complete the treatment program, all charges of their crime dropped. So this is another reason why the crime statistics in America will never, ever be correct. Numbers will always be off because of this and other things, slap on the wrist that they get that we don't get. So now they come up with all these new ways and all types of programs and drug courts to keep them out of prison. Don't recall them doing this during the crack epidemic. In fact, there's people from the crack epidemic still sitting in prison. And they never did any crimes. It was just a crime to themselves. Non-violent drug crime, but they're still sitting in there. Drug court is a common diversion program across the nation that attempts to keep non-violent drug addicts charged with crimes by placing them in a supervised treatment program in lieu of the traditional justice system. See how they come up with all these things just for them? Oh boy. In exchange for successful completing the program, participants can often get a reduced sentence or have charges dismissed entirely. So they committed to crime, but it'll probably be knocked down to a misdemeanor or it's erased altogether. The city of Buffalo, New York, has a new experimental drug court program aimed specifically at opioid addicts. NPR reports that the Buffalo program, which is overseen by Judge Craig Hanna, is the first of its kind in the country. Opioid Crisis Intervention Court prioritized treatment over criminal prosecution. Isn't that amazing? It was criminal prosecution first for crack addicts. Right now, we're trying to save them. We're trying to save their life, Hannah told NPR. I want them to have another sunset, another time with their family, to see another Christmas. Yeah, whatever. This is why I don't feel any sympathy for these people. Because, see, when it's their time to be a big junkie, now all the rules have to change. Hannah's program differs from other drug court programs in that if a defendant expresses a desire to help in kicking his or her opioid or heroin addiction, the court defer. So in other words, as long as they stand in court and express their desire to get off the drug, the court will accommodate them. This is bullshit, y'all. I'm sorry. This is straight bullshit. Okay, right from arraignment, we put the clock on hold. We turn off the court reporter, everything off the record. So they get to talk off the record. Oh my God. We're talking about getting you help, Hannah said. And once we get you help and you stabilize, we put the criminal case back on the calendar. So once they express they want to go to rehab, everything comes to a standstill until they're done with rehab, and then they go back to the case and they have to return back to court. And I guess at that time it either gets reduced or thrown out altogether. Wow. While treatment is also a component of traditional drug court programs, it often takes weeks or longer to get the defendant enrolled in an inpatient treatment or detox program that could help them get sober, because a delay in treatment can prove fatal for those addicted to opioids. Time is of the essence. NPR reports that Erie County, which includes Buffalo, is on track to have the highest opioid overdose death total in its history. Wow. The county averages just over one overdose per day. John Flynn, the district attorney for Erie County, told NPR, "We couldn't wait 3 or 4 weeks until we got the individual into a treatment program or plan, because they didn't get it right away. They're going back out on the streets, shoot up fentanyl, and dying." In Hannah's program, participants go through 30 days of inpatient detox, followed by 30 days of outpatient treatment. They have to appear in Hannah's courtroom at 11 a.m. each day to check in with him and have a one-on-one talk. If they fail to show up for that 11 a.m. check-in, Hannah issues an arrest warrant. So the program also includes regular random drug testing and an 8 p.m. nightly curfew, when participants have to check in with a court staffer and let them know their location. One-on-one and group counseling is also part of the program. Hannah's program was created in May with a $300,000 grant from the U.S. Justice Department. While it's too soon to draw conclusions about its success, the preliminary numbers show that it may be onto something. It's anything just so these white drug addicts don't have to go to jail. That's what this is. They'll do anything to keep them out. But, they didn't go above and beyond for crack addicts. Of the roughly 140 defendants who have participated in the program so far, only 4 have washed out. Both the National Association of Drug Court Professionals and the Bureau of Justice see the program as promising, especially the intermediate treatment aspect of it. Christopher Deutsch, who is with NADCP, told NPR, "This fast tracking is really unique and generating a lot of interest out there." Bureau of Justice Policy Advisor Gregory Terrain agreed. "That's a big piece of it. That's very new." In the meantime, Judge Hannah is acting as a champion and a cheerleader for everyone who comes through his program. He told NPR, "I always tell everyone we play by Vegas rules. What happens here stays here. You tell me what's happening. We're not going to charge you with new charges. We're going to give you the help you need, because we know that this is an addiction." Okay, so when they commit a crime, it's not really a crime, y'all, it's an addiction. "But we can't help you," Hannah added, "until you're honest with yourself." So look at all the chances and opportunities these people get that was never allotted to the Black community during the crack epidemic. This is just amazing. But tell me what you think, ladies and gentlemen. My stomach is turning. Please leave your comment and subscribe. And if you can donate to my channel, please do. Peace, family.